Hi, I want to talk about a taboo subject, sex. I can't say I don't know why it's taboo. I won't go too deeply into that, but I will talk a little bit about it. Um, as far as I know, as far as what I read and what I believe, our sex drive is the second strongest drive we have, second only to survival. And if it wasn't that way, we probably wouldn't be here. The truth is, I don't need to get into the facts of life. If it wasn't for sex, none of us would be here. Well, yes, there are test tubes, and there are ways, nowadays where it's not about sex. But the point I'm trying to make is this. Sex there's nothing wrong with sex. It's natural. It's the way it is. The old saying, sex sells. Why do you think it sells? It's because people are interested in it. And it's become so profitable because it's like one of those things that people just don't want to talk about. It's taboo. And it shouldn't be. It should be a subject that we discuss freely amongst each other, and especially with our kids. It doesn't mean that I think that we should have no, shouldn't say regulation, but we need to be careful about sex. I'm not saying everybody should have sex with everybody else, but I am going to say that what you do sexually is up to you, as long as we do have rules, but as long as everybody is on board and cheating is not involved, force is not involved, and all of that kind of thing, that's really not even about sex. That's about honesty and lying and cheating and all that. That's not what sex is all about. Sex in and of itself, there's nothing wrong with it. Why it's considered dirty, I shouldn't say I'll never know. Some of the words that we call men and women, that are due to sex, their sexual practices. Men are considered womanizers. Yes, I've been called a womanizer before. So be it. Women are called sluts. When you look in the dictionary, the word slut just means a woman who enjoys sex and isn't afraid to admit it. What's wrong with that? Why does it have such a negative connotation? Womanizer, same thing. Why does it have such a negative connotation? Yeah, I love women. I'm not going to pretend I don't. But I'm not a cheater. I'm not a liar. I don't do anything that I need to be ashamed of. Other people seem to have a problem with it. That's their problem. If you trace back to history far enough, I'll try to make this brief, there was a time when we didn't have birth control. There was a time when we didn't have a lot of things. There was a time when the church, and the church as I know it, at least in the Christian world, was the Catholic Church, what we know as the Catholic Church today. They were in charge of our government, our school system. They were basically in charge of everything. And I believe that the way to control population at the time was to scare people into believing that it's wrong. And I think that belief still holds true for a lot of different reasons. But we have ways of dealing with, we have safety measures now. We have preventative measures. But yet, that doctrine, that dogma still runs really deep, especially in this country. I don't know about other parts of the world. I believe there needs to be restraint, but I think it needs to be open. It's not a taboo subject. I think I've said enough. Have a good day.